Today's video is really exciting for me because as I've been a collector of firearms, today embarks a new journey. So I have tons of BB guns, I have tons of pellet guns, and they're all 177 caliber. They either take CO2, they're break barrels, or there's some sort of pump action. And I do have a pump for this video. It is a hand pump, and behind me I have my newest rifle. It is the JTS Airacuda 25 caliber PCP, and I am so excited. So let's get into the unboxing of it. The box is a really nice box, and if some of you are coming to this video because you searched JTS Airacuda standard online, like I did many times, and I watched every single video that is on YouTube with this rifle. And so I'm just going to add one more because why not? Maybe you guys can, find something about this. Basically I got this rifle because I wanted it first off, but it took me a while to land on this, and it was all the reviews and the great videos that I've seen online. So I'm just trying to add to that. Maybe this will help someone decide on this, or maybe it might help them decide on something else. So I initially got interested in PCPs a couple years ago. Never gotten one. This is my first one. But I was pretty much decided on getting the Umarex Origin, and I wasn't sure between 22 and 25 caliber. I know what I can do. I have some use applications for both of those, but I wasn't really sure which direction I wanted to at least start with, because knowing myself, getting the 25 caliber, I'm probably going to end up getting the 22 and the 30 as well. But I started with the Origin, the Umarex Origin, and I really liked the starting point PCP idea of it. It's unregulated. You can fill it with a hand pump. I think the Umarex Origin is 3,600 PSI. This is a 3,000 tank. So I'm not really sure how that's going to play different with the hand pump. I know the Umarex Origin has the system where supposedly it's easier to pump up. This one doesn't have that. But when I found this airgun after wanting the Umarex Origin for like a year, I saw this one and it had the features that I wanted out of the Umarex Origin, but I think it looks better, and if anything, as a beginner PCP shooter, it has something more that I really like. The simplicity of the power adjustment. I'm not saying anything bad about regulated guns. There's probably nothing bad to be said about them, but I wanted to start at a good beginner point. So here we go, opening this guy up. It is boxed very well. They add some foam, so those shipping guys, especially during the holidays, can get kind of wild. So here it is. Obviously no one cares about that. And this is a beautiful rifle. Just like at that, it's just a beautiful rifle. I love the stock. So there were reasons to get the JTS Airacuda Max, but I hate the stock. I don't like thumbhole stocks. I think it looks horrible. So look at that beauty. I really like this stock a lot. It's a nice wood grain. I've seen videos of people using boiled linseed oil to change it up. I like the dry wood look. I do have some old World War II rifles, and they are beat up, they are old, so maybe that's why I like this kind of older, I don't want to say older, but it's a dry wood look. I like the grain. It's got something funky going on here. I like it. I really like wood stocks. I'm not picky at all. They have, wood is wood. It's always going to look different from the next, and I'm just not picky when it comes to wood. I like it. I like wood and steel. Oh, this thing is gorgeous. Let's get a closer look at it. I'm not going to go over all the specs of this gun. There's much better videos for that. But I wanted to point out what I was talking about earlier. I really like how just on the fly, you can adjust your power. And I'm so excited to shoot this gun. So I did get a scope for this rifle, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do the unboxing video separately, but I think it would be cool to put it together because I got that scope specifically for this gun, and I think it's going to pair up really well with it. It is a budget scope, so let's check that out. So what we have here is the Monstrum G3 3-18 first focal plane scope. And I will say, I like nice boxes. I don't know if that has anything to do with what is inside, if that's going to be telling on if it's a good product or not. But I think people like myself do appreciate nice packaging. So it does have this sleeve that we can take off. And here's the box, very reminiscent of like an Apple box. I did get it in FDE, as I love all 50 shades of it. So here we are. Now for 200 and some change, this rifle scope has everything that I wanted and maybe more. So let's take note that it does come in a very thick, airtight vacuum bag with desiccant packs inside of that. So not only do they provide what I think to be a great scope for its price compared to other competitors, is they want you to get it in good condition. And you can't say that with all, cheaper products, if you will. So usually this is how companies send their stuff, in this bag. But this one came vacuum sealed, which is a really nice touch. And it's been raining a lot, so I really do appreciate that. So, oh, and it has the sunshade as well. Cool. So let me take off the cap. Wow, I really like this color. Let's take off these caps real quick. And let's just admire this scope. First focal plane, 3-18 by 50, and it does have adjustable parallax. It is illuminated. I believe just the center point reticle is illuminated. And it's got your adjustment turrets. This is a really cool looking scope. I thought it'd be cool to do the 50 shades of FDE, flat dark earth. Wood is a dark earth color. So I think it's going to look really cool. Now this is my first time looking through the reticle. You guys can look online, but the reticle, since this is a first focal plane, the reticle size changes, and it allows your compensations to stay accurate with any zoom magnification. Half of the stuff I care about for a gun is how it looks, whether that's the gun itself. Like my Kel-Tec SU-16, I really like how it looks. Yeah, it's a cheap gun, but it's a fun one. You guys can check that video out as well. So let's get the rings on, and you guys are going to see this next attached to it. So now that we have the scope mounted, you let me know what you think of the FDE on the wood and the black. I'm not convinced that I like it as much as I thought I would, but I'm going to run with it. And like most things, it'll probably grow on me. So just sitting here in the last 10 seconds, I'm starting to like it a little bit more. I do think right off the bat, traditional black scope would probably look a lot better. But like I said, I live in more deserty environment, and I think I'm just going to end up falling in love with it. You guys need to let me know in the comments, black or FDE suppressor. The suppressor is not going to match the scope if it's FDE, but I don't know, because there is this weird, there's the contrast between the wood and the metal here, and then there's this weird contrast of this FDE. So I think it might be balanced out with another weird FDE at the end. I can't say that that one's going to be weird, but this one's kind of green. I did say before I like 50 shades of FDE, and that is true. There's a safety. Kind of cool. A little bit reminiscent of an M1 Grand. Looks nothing like it, but inside the trigger guard. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm really excited to shoot it. I'm going to start pumping it up. You guys are going to see me shoot it for the first time. Let's go. All right, so first attempt, I tightened up all the fittings. Let's fill it up for the first time and see what happens. Whew. All right, that's 50 pumps. I hear air coming out of the pump. I'm not sure if it's from here. I'm not getting much of a reading on the gauge. And I could hear air going into the tank, but whew, that was the first 50 pumps. So let me try and tighten some things down and we'll go from there. Whew. All right, so I'm at like 150 pumps, maybe 200 pumps, and all the videos I saw, I think people were filling up their PCP from like already like 2,000 PSI. So I thought something was wrong because I didn't see the gauge moving at all, but I finally feel like it's got some pressure and I see the gauge move. People were not joking when they said the hand pump is a workout. All right, guys, we're getting there. So, wow, okay. We're at 500 PSI. My biceps are on fire. Let's get 25 more. There's 26. All right, so we made it to 1,000. Whew, I was worried that something was wrong. Oh my God. As I'm realizing, you know, you're not gonna shoot your gun this low. Doesn't make sense because you're not gonna get any performance out of under 1,000 PSI. So that's 225. It's hard to keep count, I'll be honest. Like when you're this exhausted. Here we go for 250. That's 26 again, so that's 252. We're almost at 1,500. Let's get to 275. Like 278. 300 pumps has got us at around 2,000. All right, 225. Let's get it. All right, let's go. Okay. Wow. It does get hot. So all the reviews and stuff I've watched, you know, I've been researching PCPs for like 2 years before I actually bought one. Quickly regretting it. Just kidding. I'm not regretting it. I have an insane pump right now. So we're at 325. Okay. That's 350. We're at 350. Let's go. Augie, you want to help me out? This guy is not down. He just bailed on us. Okay, we're at 375. Here we go. 400. Oh, yes, we're so close. 27, 2,700. I keep losing count. I don't know if I did. Wait, 375. So I think that's 375 or 400. Let's just say 400. Does it matter? No, but we're almost there. Alright. Even from just talking about forgetting, I don't remember. Maybe 425. I'm so excited to shoot this gun. Let's give a real quick shout out to our sponsors today. Dr. Pepper Jelly Belly. If you guys didn't know, I'm the first professional Dr. Pepper sponsored athlete. So thank you to my sponsor, Dr. Pepper, for keeping me fueled hydrated, and away from the real doctors. Ah, 420. Oh, okay, I literally, I don't think I can get it. I have to though. Guys, if you're a personal trainer and you're into PCP air guns, make your clients fill your tank from empty. We're at 3K. Let's go. All right. So, ooh, that's hot. Here it is. 3,000 PSI. Let's go. 475 pumps later from empty. A lot of stuff's making sense now. People I've seen like start filling it back up at like 2,000, and now I know why, because from what I've seen, it's probably going to take anywhere from 70 to 100 pumps. Look at this beauty. Oh, it's not that loud. My first 25 caliber pellets, I got the H&N Field Trophy targets. They are 20.06 grains, and they just look like your standard dome tip pellet. And as someone who shot 177 my whole life, I will say it's pretty cool to see, like I jumped from a 177 to a 25. I didn't even go to a 22. So these are crazy huge for a pellet. So thank you guys for checking out my video. Stay tuned if you want to see me shooting it. And I do plan to go coyote hunting with it. I got some slugs on the way. So with that, I'll see you in the next video.